Oh my lord, what a freaking mess! Telling you, this two get together. They must have been hangover from last night because they were going at it. Mr. Lloyd Jones, the winner of the prize package of the what was it, sausages and forky something. So yes, congratulations, Mr. Lloyd Jones. Hey everybody, thank you for popping over here after such a crazy morning beginning. It was pretty cool last night, and they're still tipsy this morning. So you couldn't see it on Scott got a relaxed movement, but Jimmy seems to be a little bit too uh, over the top. He let Scott empty his bank account this morning. He blew a whole month's budget of games into one morning show. So oh crap, So oh yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna say anything else. Coastal Waters is here. I gotta be nice, and I don't want her to put me in the same box with Matt. I'm glad that she got that guy out of the chat earlier. So he was already giving me a headache, and she took him out. Mr. Chris Nuts, how you doing? Mike. Mr. John Geller, how you doing, sir? Thank you very much for popping in here, being early. I saw you guys earlier. Anthony on the move is also here. Good morning to you. Good morning, Eddie from Low Jones. What's up, man? Cooper Joe live Ray for Scott. Scott is taking a quick break, and he'll be. Guess what? He's coming over in mine now. So yeah, we're gonna continue the this harassment of stuff. So Island time in Tasmania. Copper Joe Ray. Yes. Chet. What's up, Chet? Yep. Last night, debate was what? Hello. I'm not talking about that. I got a sport and a linear to carry it on. Yeah, tied to it. Yes. Good morning, Alan. It's Many from John Gaylor, Chris Nuts. Good morning to you from Chet. Good morning, everybody. Back and forth. John, it's 9:17 p.m. Friday night here in Tasmania. Oh, my Lord. Matt is back. Mindy, I thought you were taking care of business. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hey, Mr. Paul Odyssey, how you doing? Fixing loose service, but good morning. Okay. Are you all right? No worry. Hey, thanks for popping in. Appreciate that. Christina saying good morning to a bunch of people here also. Good morning, Chet, John, John C. Backlash, Paul, Lord Jones. Very nice. Everybody saying, good morning back and forth. Thank you very much. It's Friday. It's end of the week. Very, very nicely done for the week. It kind of flew, if you ask me. It's just going crazy. So you got yourself a sport and a linear. All right. Um, I wonder what kind of crazy stuff you're gonna do with that sport. Watch out. Don't get too close to Mr. Lloyd Jones. He might poke you with it. So that is cool, man. Who knows what other stuff, leftover stuff that Jimmy wants to get rid of. He's gonna send you in a box. So be careful. Be careful when you open it, all right? No, Jimmy, that could be a fire surprise in there. So hey, that'd be nice, right? Either a hat or a shirt from the fire department in Boston. Yeah, yeah. Like size 2X. Either black or navy. Something like that could fit me. So yeah. So yeah. Just hinting out there. I got two from New York, one from Brooklyn, one from Manhattan. So it'd be nice to have one from Boston also. Or up there in the area where you're at. Hey, Bernice, also here. Good morning, my dear. Thank you very much for continuing and hanging out over here with me. Also, Kimberly Lowe is also here. Thank you, Lovell. Thank you. This week flew by fast. Yeah, you got that right. It's been easy getting along week. I don't know where the time is going. I don't know what's the rush to get anywhere. I mean, I'm certainly no rush to be anywhere. But apparently, timing is something else. Sharon, I see you that. Yep, I took my my first pill. I haven't taken a second one yet. Around 9 o'clock in the morning, I've been doing that. Mr. Clark, Family Adventures, also here. What's up, Mike? Susanna Moore, John. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you popping in. And let me know. Make him wait any longer. I'm gonna bring him up to the stage. Mister, you all know him well. He's everywhere. He's a pen on the behind sometimes, but here we go. Dun dun dun.
Dawn.
Scotty
Hello.
McFly is here.
Good
What's up, my
morning, Eddie.
man?
Good morning. Good morning.
You're the first person ever in the morning quickie to come in and hijack my chat here. So wow,
Woohoo!
how the hell did you did this? Huh?
Quickie, quickie, quickie.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, when I saw that you were drinking down my cup, I said like somebody's gonna need a break after here. So I hope you guys take one because otherwise you're gonna be filling up that jar again with some other
That's right.
stuff. So.
But this is the mushroom coffee I was telling you about, Eddie. This is
Yeah.
the one that I drink it after or before. Today it's my after coffee, but yeah, that's what it's been. It's been really helping.
All right. I've been doing a lot of this, and I seen already the change,
That's
and it's
good.
helping out. Yes. I've been taking it for about a month. I finally lost 3 pounds, and well, my the tan that I got in Bermuda is finally peeling. There's a lot of peel off skin, so unfortunately, I'm losing it. You should have seen me back in the 80s and early 90s. I was a pretty dark guy. I was always outside getting a nice little tan.
Oh
Being a
yeah.
Latino, I picked up on the pixels pretty good. Now that once I moved to the States, I've been inside indoors and all that. I hardly go outside, and if I do, it's just for a little bit and come right back in. If I do in the yard, I'm there for a couple hours, and then I just turn red instead
Yeah.
of picking up a color or something. So I try to stay away from that as much as I can because I don't mind getting cooked up a little bit, but not overheated.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, I do my couple hours, and I put the machine away, let it cool off, and if anything, I finish something later. I got plans to go back again this weekend, especially Saturday morning. But finally, it rained pretty good. Uh, not yesterday, but the evening before. It was supposed to rain yesterday heavily, but it rained the night before. Then yesterday rained maybe a couple hours during the day, and then right now it feels very humid outside. It
Ugh,
is 73, mostly sunny, but it's
ugh.
very dark out there. So we might get maybe a
More
cloud
rain.
or two, some a little squeeze of lemon coming out. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in that. So other than that, we'll see what the rest of the weekend will bring. But if I get the chance, tomorrow morning, well, I call it tomorrow morning. To me, it's like 11, maybe closer to noon. I probably go out and if it doesn't rain, then I finish up the yard. I still got like half a yard to take care of.
You have a ride-on mower, Eddie?
Yes, it's
Ooh,
finally fixed again. So
nice.
yes, yeah. We did bought a trim and all that and an electric lawnmower, and Alice realized this electric lawnmower is not gonna cut it.
Hmm.
Yeah, the battery was going dead within the hour. We're talking 0.63 acre land here, so it's a lot. It's a lot to
Wow.
cut, and she was taking like 3 to 4 days to cut it. I cannot be behind the machine. Machine's a little even in the slowest speed, it still take you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course.
Yeah, so me, it was pulling me too fast. So she decided to start cutting it, and every time she was coming from work, she'll spend an hour out there, and we finally said, I don't think so. Say if we get a ride-on mower, I'll do it.
Do it. Yeah.
So unfortunately, I wasn't listening. I didn't pay attention to my nephew when he said, "Don't bring it to the lowest level. Keep it on the middle." So of course, me, I want to cut it as low as I can. So I went ahead and put it to the lowest, and I end up busting the belt.
You ground. Yeah.
So,
Okay. It was either
yeah,
grounded or you busted the
mhm,
belt. Yep.
big time. So it was still working. I had a guy a neighbor came by, offered to cut the yard at the beginning of the year because the good thing here is that sometime around September, October, the grass stops
Yes.
and the
Yeah.
cold weather comes in, and that's it. So that made it really nice for me. But then in April, March, it's already, if you let it go, it will expand you. So
Right.
it did
Especially in the
expand.
spring. That's
Yeah.
when it grows.
So the man, one of our neighbors here goes by, says, "Oh, I could cut the, whatever the deal." So we brought it in. He did. He has a huge ass thing, and he freaking within the hour he had the whole place done.
Oh wow.
So I said, "Well, I have this problem with the rider machine." He said, "Well, let me take a look." Pop, pop, pop. Put the belt back in place. Somehow the belt was off place, so he gets it back in there, and start the machine start working again. So I was happy, So I made a deal with him. He's gonna come in. He's gonna do the trimming all around the property while I do the machine.
There you go.
Yeah. So I went ahead and started working on the machine. Unfortunately, I hit something I wasn't supposed to hit, and this time the belt finally popped. So I have to have it replaced. Order through the special through Amazon and got it here. But that was the week that we were gone on the celebrity to Bermuda. So when we got back, I got in touch with him and I said, "Yeah, I got the bell here at home. Stop by and we work on it." So that Friday, at the end of that week, that Friday morning, he shows up. Corey and Lori from Mountains to Sea
Oh
Cruise
yeah.
were
Yep.
here that morning because they landed in Atlanta, and I told them, "Come by, we could have breakfast at the house and stop with there." So they did stop by while the guy came in to fix the machine. So I gave him the bell. The guy goes in the back to work on it. Of course, says to me, unfortunately, we're gonna take off. They look tired as shit because they just flew from Alaska all the way to Atlanta. So he says, "I want to get home and I got some business to take care of. We gotta go." So hey, so they spent about an hour here with me. They took off. I go in the back. The guy's already working on the machine. Within like another 20 minutes, he has it all set up. Brings
Wow.
it up, starts the whole thing. Guess what? I started cutting the yard right there. I did like 2 hours, and then I couldn't take the sun anymore. So I said, I gotta take a break. I gotta take a break. So I put the machine away. I come in the house. That was like around 1:30 in the afternoon, and I had the rape parade at 2. So it's like a great timing. The guy was already gone. So I took a quick shower. I let myself my body cool off, and I did the right parade, and then I went and took a nap. Oh baby, that was so nice. But yeah, but then this heat comes out. I said, "There's no way that I'm gonna go outside." I went outside to the front porch, and I'm there like 2 hours, and I'm like, I can't stand this heat. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna go hang out on the machine right now. So I'll wait for the weekend. The weather should be a little cooler, and then the rain shows up. I'm like, well, okay. So it's raining, makes it a little nicer. Now, hopefully, if it doesn't rain too bad today, then tomorrow I just pop in there and finish up. And I
Do the
will
rest of
probably
it.
have to do a little run around the whole house again. So it won't be that bad. Mr. Jimmy is also here already. Jimmy,
Oh,
hi,
hello,
Mike. And
Jimmy.
yep, and Bernay. Good morning to you all. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Laura. Wow. Scott McNeil's also here. Mr. Hammer,
Hello,
Savage
Scott.
Batman, stopping by. Thank you very much. Like I said earlier, Clock is even here too. Lo
Morning,
Jones
Hawk.
and everybody came over from Jimmy. Thank you very much for hanging out, and happy Friday to everyone. Let's get ready for the weekend.
That's
So,
right.
Mr. Scott, who are you? How the hell do you get into this business? Because I know you are. I'm telling you, you are explosive. You are everywhere. You've been doing a lot of crazy stuff. A lot of good shows. I enjoy your Thursday nights
Thank
lately
you.
even more, and especially with some guy from New England area that you've been bringing in too. Um, I know you've been doing your podcasts Saturday mornings.
Yeah,
Also,
about to add another one too.
yeah, and your Friday night shows going on.
Yep.
Also, I would like to hear more about your new way of getting your memberships and other stuff going. If you
Yeah.
would like to explain to the chat here, so a lot of these people here know you, so
Yes.
it'd be nice for them to hear about this. so you could bring them in, and hopefully when they visit your channel, they'll be able to become members to your channel. So
For sure. So I really started, honestly, I started about a year and a little over a year and a half ago, after I came back from the Carnival Sunshine with one of my buddies. I actually took him on a first cruise, and it's kind of one of my favorite things to do is take somebody on a first time cruise. Have them look at the boat and just be in awe and be like, "Wow, that's where we're spending the next 4, 5, 7 days." It's like, yeah, they're like
yeah,
that ship right there.
yeah.
And I love taking them through the experience of the muster drill and all the shows, and then just being like, "Do I have to pay for the food?" Like, no, we're in the main dining room. Like, we're good. They're like, this is great. So I realized that because I had a very long track record of taking first time cruisers up until that point. And I said, all my friends and family continually ask me about cruising. So why don't I just put it on the internet somewhere so they can go and watch it and find out more information and see that, I want to take a first time cruiser. So more
Yeah.
people want to approach me about it. And then strangers started watching it. So I'm like, oh, okay, like this is cool. And more, then I dripped in more content. And I have a social media background too, as well.
Yeah.
So when I moved here to Scottsdale, or I moved to Arizona, I should say, I was working for a fitness influencer online. I was doing a lot of his social
Is that
media.
what brought you from New York to Arizona?
It's a small percentage. I think I needed a change in my life, so I think it was a great opportunity, and it was a great time for me to make the move. I mean, it was definitely a move from one coast to the next coast.
Oh, yeah.
My parents thought I was crazy. My friends thought I was crazy. My college friends thought I was crazy. Moving all the way to Arizona. Like, what's in Arizona? Why do you want to go there? But it was more for me, and it was more for the situation. But it just made my job easier to be almost on location, even though my job was, all behind a cell phone. And that's
Yeah.
what I did. I did his content creation. I did his DMs. I did his emails. I did all of his SEO. I did marketing. I did all of that. So I spent about 3 years doing all of that behind the scenes, kind of behind the scenes. I was also a small part of, when we would record or we would hire someone to record, I would be in the videos. I would be a part of that. So we always wanted, it was never like a hide you behind the camera thing. It was just, I knew what I was doing social media wise, and I knew how to record. I knew the content side of things. So that's where he used me on my powerhouse. And then it kind of got tiring after a while. It kind of got not tiring. It got to a point where I needed a job to go to and leave at 5 o'clock, where I wasn't always constantly on my phone. I wasn't always answering emails, because you have that kind of social obligation in a way when you're working like that. You always say, okay, at 8 o'clock, I'm going to put the phone down. Okay. If you work from home, tell me how true that is. Your boss texts you at 10 o'clock. You're like, oh, yes, Judy, I'll get it done tomorrow morning. Like it was always that kind of, reaction for me. Not like that, not as much as I exaggerated, but it was always that kind of, okay, I have to answer it now. And of course, as a customer, if you have good customer service like that and somebody's getting back to you at 10:30 at night, you're like, wow, this company cares. This person cares. So, I always wanted to bring that into the type of social media that I did. Now, when I had to take a step away and there was a time for me to break apart from working on social media
Yeah.
and having the jobs that I have now, I work at a hotel and I work at a dispensary, so I can leave those jobs. One of the jobs I have a cell phone, but it's not doing social media. It's just customer service. Now, when I was able to step away from that, now I'm able to pour what I learned working for him, but also do it as a passion and not really for a job, even though I just got monetized. Yes. But I'm not going to, it's never going to be a job. YouTube is never going to be a job. Social media is never going to be a job for me anymore, because I want the passion to flow through to the content creation that I do and the entertainment side that I bring to YouTube, because I figured out that, and I don't have all the answers, but I figured out that the calculations to YouTube is somewhat in between education and entertainment, right? We want to learn something, but we also want to be entertained at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you can bring both of those worlds to YouTube, I think you're going to be, somewhat successful. Are we all here and we're going to make thousands and millions and trillions of dollars? No. But if we can make, a couple $1,000s a year to, support going on cruises, or support putting it back into the channel for prizes, and to make the channel grow and get bigger, that's what I'm here for. And that's really what I want to do.
Mhm.
So I saw that opportunity in this community, coming in, and obviously you were one of the first people that I went live with for 6.5 hours or 12.5 hours or 14 and a half, whatever it was. I don't know. Scott woke up and Jeremy woke up and they were like, what the heck are you guys doing? And you and I were still talking like, yeah, dude, I don't even know I don't even know what we were talking about, Eddie. I mean, we were delusional. So,
Yeah.
so that was the type of community that I wanted to get into. I want to say we have a small, tight knit community here on YouTube, but we really don't, because it kind of stretches out to so many other um communities now. You have, the fishing community, you have the gaming
Yeah,
community,
yeah.
you have, the homesteading community, that we all kind of support each other. We all have our communities, but we all support each other. And I had no idea that there was this side in this world to YouTube. And I think that that's really what I fell in love with most, because as you guys get to know me, and as most of you know me in the chat, I'm a relationship guy, and I'm a communications guy. And I want to get to know you, and I want to get to know exactly who you are. And I'm a community guy. That was the one really good thing, and really, really great thing about what I did. I fostered a community of 12,000, 13,000 people or more in a Facebook group. And I was responsible not only for posting on his behalf, but I was also responsible for posting on my behalf to get people inspired about fitness, and, what workout plan are we doing today? And, how can you change your workout routine? How can you change your diet? What are you eating today? There was different thought provoking questions that you can ask an
Yeah.
audience in order to draw a response from somebody, a good response, a response that sparks a conversation, because that's what you want to do on social media. You want to conversate with people. So, that's really where I came from. And that's really where you're seeing kind of all the passion flow through, and you're kind of seeing all the content and the new content being created, all of the new intros, all the new bumpers, all the new thumbnails and things like that. That's kind of now, me uprooting all of what I've learned and saying, hey, I'm not working for anybody now but myself, which
Yeah.
is amazing and great. And now I can, share it with everybody here on YouTube, and entertain, and be funny, but also educate about cruises, because I've been on 40, 42 cruises now, 42. So going to be
And
43.
now that you're pointing on that, always make sure you protect your brand. Now that you're working solo, even better. You need to own it. You need to take care of it. You need
Yep.
to protect it at all times. There's always that one in the background sneaking in. So always be careful. Who
Always.
you mess with, who you deal with, and who you talk to, stuff like that. Remember, we're showing our face. We're putting our name brand out, so we need to protect that.
That's
Um,
right.
I see that you're everywhere. I used to be like that. You remind me of me about a year and a half ago, where I used to be everywhere, and I got to a point that I had to slow down. First of all, because of my health. Number two, my age, and number
Mhm.
three, my wife. First of all, my wife. It
Yes, of
got to the
course.
point that she came home one day and says to me, "Listen, you're always busy. Hello." And then something hit me in the back of the head saying, "Dude, wake
Wake
up,
up.
call." So yeah, how do you manage life with all this running back and forth? When do you have time for you? And how do you deal with it?
That's actually a really good question. That's a really good question. So, luckily, one of my jobs actually, I work at the dispensary early in the morning. So I work 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock my time,
Yeah.
until 2:30, or 2 o'clock. Sometimes they let me off early. So before my lives, I'll have a little bit of time. Tuesday, I'll have some time because I don't go live or I don't do anything, and I work at the dispensary on that day. I also have a lot of time to kind of enjoy myself and kind of relax. I also do some work in content creation too, but that's kind of relaxing for me. But on the weekends, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, when I work at the hotel, because it's really just me in the office where I'm able to not be micromanaged. I'm able to listen to music. I'm able to be there, and it's very much working, but it's also very much serene. So I'm able to get a little recharge there. But doing things like let's say Thursdays and Fridays when I do the entertaining, I'm kind of one of those people that kind of recharge around the people that I love and that give me that energy. So when I see a line outside for Thirsty Thursday, or see a line outside for a match game, it really gets me going, and it gets me inspired, right? Because there's two sides of me, honestly. When you look at YouTube and you look at controversial cruising, there's the entertainment side, Thursday and Friday, right? Obviously, there's cruising in it. Obviously, we do travel and cruise trivia. Yes, we bring a travel and cruise aspect to it, but it's more entertaining, right? I know
Mhm.
that the energy level has to be up, and I feed off of the people in the chat when we're
Yeah,
reading the
yeah,
chat, and there's
mhm,
jokes being made. I fuel off of that, right?
yeah,
So there's that side. Then there's the educational side. You turn to Saturday and you turn to Wednesday. Wednesday, my Cruise Talk Live with Warmstrong, and that's very much a different side and a different educational piece to controversial cruising, because that I really want to come into. And not that we don't want to acknowledge the chat and we don't want to acknowledge that the people are there, but I really want to, for the 30 minutes or the hour that I'm there, give you as much information as possible. So there's a lot more research that goes into those shows, like the Warmstrong and my show. I spend almost the entire week researching that entire show. Not saying that there's stress involved, but for me, that's not really a resting point, because I'm doing a lot of research and I want to give that forefront information to the people that show up to those shows. Same thing for Saturday. Even though I'm here by myself and it's a podcast setting, I
yeah,
still want to be knowledgeable and confident about what I'm talking about. And for the most part, I am, but it requires some digging and some informational things that I have to know what I'm saying.
yeah,
And I want to learn about these things, because the way that we are fueled as humans and the way that we feel better is when we learn, right? We go back to when we were forced to go to school and we learned in school, right? We kind of
yeah,
forget to do that now as adults. It's like, oh, we got to read the directions, or oh, I got to read this because my wife said it. Like, we forget when we teach ourselves something. You're like,
well, yeah,
I am smart, So I
mhm,
like to do that every now and then, and with cruising and with something that I'm really passionate about, and now I'm looking heavily into podcasts and turning turning my podcast into a podcast on all platforms, so you guys can digest it any way you want, even if you want on Spotify and you don't want to see my face. I don't want to see my face, but
yeah,
people say, yeah, I listen. I like to listen to you. I like to, listen to, hit and sit you back in the background. So I said, okay, let me deliver a podcast. Let me fill a void where people are asking for it in this community. So you can drive, like Jimmy does all the time. Jimmy puts my podcast on. Now he doesn't have to feel pressured to come in and say good morning to everybody. Not pressured, but we want.
yeah,
When I'm anywhere and I'm at work and I hop into somebody's live, I'm like, hi Defun, hi Jimmy, hi Chet, and I gotta help somebody. Hi, and I'm like, you just get so engulfed and you get caught in it for a good reason, and I just
talking about that point right now. All right, everybody, I'm at work. I gotta go. Have a good day. I'll see you in some live somewhere today. So, yeah, it's like I tell him, don't worry about telling everybody I'm on my phone, whatever. Just say, hey, I'm here. I'm driving, and I do the rest. I'll let them know that
blanket
I'm just
hello.
driving. And, yeah, no, everybody knows you're ready, so no big deal. It's like I try to keep this 45 minutes. Sometimes I'm here an hour. I try to keep it simple.
Hmm.
I do a lot of at the moment kind of thing. I'm bringing in the chat. I'm talking to people, keeping everybody busy. Everybody's getting ready to go to work. They just came from having a few activities with Jimmy. We're going to have some more about the same activities in the Go Live together later. So in between, I know there's a lot of people taking a break, making coffee, getting breakfast, getting the stuff ready. I just mambo, bambo, and we talk about what's going on with other different personalities from different states. So
Hmm.
everybody know what's going on with somebody else, someplace else. So I try to keep it to a minimum. And today it's a sweet treat having you here. with me.
Appreciate
So
it.
thank you very much for coming over.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we just keep it going a little bit. It's good to spice stuff once in a while, but also at the same time, remember we are a person just like you. We
Yeah.
all breathe and have to eat and have to take a break. Sometimes there's a lot of pain, so we don't show in front of the camera. We seem to be somebody, but we could be somebody else behind us. I'm very reachable when it comes to me. If I'm on a ship somewhere or I'm someplace and you see me, come on over. We'll somehow I'll start talking to you. Alice kind of feels weird when I talk to strangers. She's like, "Do you know this person?" I go, "No." How come you're talking to us? Like, why not? They seem to be interested on me. I seem to want to get interested in them too. So we just chat away. Sometimes, this world is so small. So, sometimes you meet somebody, you go like, wait a minute, I went there too, or we did something together, or we
Yep.
might end up knowing somebody
Right.
from our past. So you never know. You just never know.
And
And
that's why we
so
go
that's
on
great.
cruises too, to talk to people and
Yeah.
meet people, So one of my
And I
favorite things.
go, I bring all my bag of pens and my
Yeah.
duckies and all that, and I'm giving them away. This past cruise, I didn't have Wi-Fi. Oh man, that first day, you have no idea. I'm like,
You
oh, but then the
Mr.
second
Sneak
day, yeah,
Attack. I just want to sneak attack.
no,
I
no,
can't.
no, 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 no. What is so weird is that I have no idea. I didn't want to get into any of that at all. Every time Scott from the mustard drill, every time he says, "Oh, he sent me TikTok. He sent me this. This is so easy to get in." I'm like, no, no, stop sending me this crap. I don't want to know about it. All right, I'm out of it. No, the heck with it. So, and one day I say, you know what? Let me give it a try.
There it is.
Oh my lord, what a big boo boo I made! And now Jeremy calls me the king of TikTok. Oh Lord. Hey Will G, how you doing? Good morning, sir. Thank you for popping in, driving and listening. Thank you very much.
Good
And
morning. Good morning.
even Cheryl calls me the king too. So and now Cheryl is into it too.
Yes.
So oh man, I should have TikToks like crazy. I've been doing a bunch of reels, and it's like and it just picking up. The account keeps picking up, and then some of them I make sure that I pick some that there's no music or anything going on it, and then I put on YouTube, and they're picking up 400 500 views minimum. Where the hell is all this stuff coming from? And I see I've been picking up subscribers too, which is kind of good. So now I'm more into it. What's next? I have no idea, but I'm at a minimum right now. I'm good with the channel. I'm good with the TikTok and the Instagram for right now. So let me slow down a little bit. That's why I'm down to the morning lives,
Mm-hmm.
morning quickie, and the go live together, and then we do the Friday night with Jeremy and Cheryl.
Yes.
And once in a while, I will bring Alice into it. I seen how stressful Alice got when she was doing her once a week show, all the research, all the stuff, because Alice is very into her job. She likes
Mm-hmm.
to do things the right way.
Of course,
And
which is great.
sometimes I say to her, yeah, yeah, take it easy. Go slow down. If it doesn't get too well, get it fixed for the following week. But she's stressful about that. She kept going at it, and it got to a point that she broke down. So that's why I tell her, step away from the weekly thing, take a break, and let's see what happens. So now I finally got her. She's having a video today on the Ray Parade. Finally her first she
Woohoo!
will be in the right parade today,
Very
and
nice.
I finally got her. Yes, very very good. I'm very proud of that. It's we had our she does the tour of our cabin on the cruise ships. So I let her do that part since they're a handicap room. I let her do the running around and the
Very nice.
explaining all that. So definitely today be one out. I also
Tune in
have
now.
the second part of our wedding anniversary dinner that we had on the ship today on the Ray Parade, and I also have a premiere tonight at 7:15 from the Rock Broadway show on the celebrity eclipse that we went
Wow.
to on our wedding anniversary day. So
Two
it's gonna
videos
be
today?
I from me two from 2 years from me, one from her. So yeah, And also, we'll be live tonight at 9 p.m. So Fridays, I'm telling you, Friday, it's been it's a busy day. I'm telling you, I took over once Paul decided to walk away from doing the Facebook list. I said, let me just take over, and I'll do it for a bit, see how much fun I could get out of it. Boy, it's a lot of work, and I
Yeah,
didn't
that,
realize that until I really got into it, and I see why Paul decided to take a break. He drives all over the place, and then doing this and every morning. So I said, no, I'm gonna do it my own way. I'm gonna do it at night, the night before,
yep,
and I'm gonna set up rules. This is the way it's gonna be, and it's gonna be done the night before for the next day. This way, it
right.
gives me uh, a gap in between to relax and get it done the
Yeah,
right way. So
you have to.
yes,
You have to.
a little by
I've been
little,
getting my thumbnails ready earlier too
yes,
on
and I
that.
like that because sometimes I even see for the whole week. I'm like,
Mhm.
hey, somebody's getting the hint.
Yep.
Mona does the same thing. Mona did what she gets all her thumbnails ready. There's a few channels already that are always getting ahead of time. Good morning, Kathy Mills. Good morning. Thank you very much for popping in here.
Good morning, Kathy.
Listening while getting ready for work. Welcome, Scott. Thank you very much. See, so this is what I technically do here on during the morning. In the morning quickie, meaning this. And talking
That's it.
about that, I need another cup, which I'll be getting soon. So, it's just one of those deals. The Ray Parade, I'm still involved in that. This way now, when I do my content, which is my vacation, I go ahead and I do as much content as I can so I could bring something every Friday. That's one thing you got to do. You got to set your timings. You got to stick to a specific day, a specific time. This way people remembers that better. There's a schedule to it. When you
Yep.
start popping everywhere, you're just going to be everywhere. People will not be able to follow you the right way.
Hmm.
So, like you got your different sets for the week. So, and as you read something new, make a set, get it together. There's always somebody out there that knows something you don't know. If you need to find out, ask.
Yep.
You always could learn some. You learn something new every day, no matter
Every
what.
day.
I mean, even me, I'm about to be 60. I learned a few things yesterday. So sometimes I'm listening to a live, and boom, you hear something. You go, "Wait a minute, how's that about? How could I learn about that? How could I, do stuff like that?" So you get in touch with the person. You move around, you research your stuff. Don't listen to everything you hear on the internet. It's not always true. So make sure you do your research yourself.
Yep.
And it's like me. I never expected to be here talking to you or anybody right now. I never in my wildest life thought of YouTube. When back in the pandemic, when all this stuff happened, Alex used to watch La Lida Loca and a few other creators. I had no interest on seeing none. I was like, we can go nowhere. Why would I be watching this? I got into the history channel. I got into other channels that I was listening to, learning new things. I got into the wildlife in Africa. About how about this? How about that? So somehow, once I got here to Georgia, that's when one of our grandnieces here, she's the one who sparked me into, wait a minute, now that you're retired, what are you going to do? So knowing her younger brother who's into baseball, I said, I want to coach baseball. I want to get into a little league with these kids and teach them around what I learned for them to learn it. And then she says, well, aren't you into drawing and stuff like that with your handicap and all that? I said, yeah. So she says, well, here, draw something. And before you know it, she makes me the YouTube channel and gets it to me and says, here, you have a channel now. Like now I learned how to get involved with YouTube and all that. And I started looking into it and I started liking it. And I said, wait a minute. I said, oh, the stuff that Alice been watching for 2-3 years, this is easy stuff. I could get into this. People said to me, how do you get in front of the camera and talk? I said, it's just like riding a bike. I did television back in the 80s and 90s. So it's easy. All you gotta do is just be yourself,
That's
just
it.
get in front of it. Don't It's like I'm looking in a mirror talking to myself. Just
That's right. And you
tell
know
it,
what was really great too about like this last the last cruise that I went on with Bill. Just being around other like-minded individuals and other creators, and learning from them. Not only did I learn from this cruise life and watching MH Family Adventures, watching Edna, watching Life with V work, your favorite couple, watching all these great creators work, and watching their craft and watching how they do their vlogs, and kind of seeing the behind the scenes, and also being able to talk, and the YouTube things, kind of talk it back and forth, but also learn and pick each other's brains of how they do
Yeah.
things, how things are done, how they learn their journeys, and you just pick up on it by being around other vloggers, content creators, bloggers, whatever you want to call them, and just being in the same room as other like-minded individuals like yourself. It really helps you grow, and it helps you develop your own content and your own channel, because I learned so much more than I knew last month than I did this month, just from going on that cruise. So
Yeah. And feel free to get in front of the camera and talk. People will look at you like you're crazy or whatever, but don't worry about it. Just make sure you pan and let them know who you are. They'll look you
mhm,
up. People that look at you crazy, like, who the hell are you? Once you let them know who you are, they'll look you up. If they're interested, they'll look you up. So they know what to look for. Also, remember, time flies by.
it does.
By the time you feel weird about not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and then 2 days later it goes by, you say, damn it, I should have done that. I should have took that shot. I should have spoke about this. Do it, man. Don't worry about it. Just go for it. What do you
Yep.
got to lose? Nothing. We're be respectful. Yes, be
Of course.
respectful. Mind where you're at. Watch your language, because that's one thing you got to be careful with. And also, when you're filming, try not to film, not to stick to a point of showing too many people. I try to do my best not to bring kids into the videos, and the less people, the better.
Right.
I do when I do have Alice on a shot, I try to have her say something about the show that she's in, or make something fun out of it.
Right.
Make it illustrative. Show why you're having fun. You're taking a break. Show that.
Right.
We want to make sure that, and I don't really give too much of an impression of what we're doing, because everybody's different. I'm gonna have going to cruise ship right now, and I have a bad time, then you go tomorrow and you have a great time.
Right.
So
Right.
it all depends. It all depends on the day. It all depends on what's happening too. So I don't really want to say, oh, I went into this cruise and it was disgusting. No, I mean, from my experience, I didn't have a blow up time, but I had a great time.
Great time. Yeah.
So because the next person could be different. So
Of course.
that's
Of course.
why sometimes people get in trouble for saying the wrong thing, because that's technically what it is. So
Yes.
it's one of those deals. So you know. So I wanna thank everybody for popping in this morning. It is almost 8 o'clock. It's time
Yep.
for CME. Thank you, Scott, for popping in the morning here and coming over
Absolutely.
and hanging out with me for a bit.
Yep.
I appreciate that you had a great time with Jamie. Now your brother over here too,
Yes.
and we'll see you sometime around tonight. You'll be having
Hmm.
your game night.
Match day.
Yeah,
We're bringing the traveling Gilberts up tonight too.
ooh, there you go. Oh, what about the membership thing that you have working into your channel?
Oh yeah, so I did just drop that. I'll drop it again here. Basically, what that platform is I'm gonna hold off on doing some memberships here on YouTube for a little bit, and I'm gonna do a community first. So this is there's two options there. There is a paid for first mate version, and then there is just going to be a free version that gets you to kind of look at the platform. It's kind of cool because you can do it through an app or you can do it through desktop, whatever you prefer. I will be dropping it on my social media. There's QR codes and stuff like that to get you in the community. Really, what we're going to do is we're just going to go in there. We're going to communicate with each other. We're going to share different cruising things. We're all going to get to know each other. I'm going to get to know every single one of you on a personal level. And I'm going to cap the first mate, which is the paid for version, at about 30 people, because we're going to do some different things. We're going to go live together in there together. I'm going to do some seminars in there. We're going to do some fun things. We're going to do some giveaways, and it's going to be a small, tight knit community. And then I'm going to open up some regular general memberships here on YouTube in a month or so. So once you guys get in there, you can. There is some questions to get in because I want to screen everybody and I want to make sure that we have a good brew of a community in there. So if you get in there, there is a few questions, but I'm pretty much going to accept everybody unless you're like, I don't know, you come in with a name like Mike Oxlong and you're trying to be a troll or something like that. But but
That's all
yeah,
right.
so
Yep.
go in, feel around. Eddie, feel free to go in. You can ask me more questions about it. I'll try to help you be more familiar with it. But I do want to say one thing too about YouTube. It's really nice to see, like the Sharons and the Denises, the Scott, the Scotts, the some of the people that aren't normally on camera start to come out of their shell and start to, be on camera. We see some more content on Sharon's page. We see some more content on Cheryl's page. I know Cheryl goes live with you, but see more content on Cheryl's page, see more content on Denise's page, bringing all these people. Uncle Dave, we brought Uncle Dave up the other day. I'm loving seeing the new faces, and these people really want to come up and be on a show and be live
Yeah.
and interact.
Definitely.
So it's great. It's great.
Well, everybody, with that said, let's go over hit CME. They should be
Quickie
on
Radio.
right now. Yeah, don't worry. Hashtag Quickie, so he knows you came from over here. Scott, once
Appropriately.
again, thank you for popping in. And
Absolutely.
everybody, let's have a great day. It's a weekend, and after all, just stay out of trouble.
No
I
money
don't
for
have any
bail.
money for bail. Yeah, there you go. See y'all later. All right. Good day.
There it is.